Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So my name is Chay, and I work in the water. So Chay means water, so it's a name that was predestined and was predestining me to work in water, in the area of water. So I'd like, first of all, to give you, first of all, an overview by broadcasting a film of 3 minutes which talks about my background and the situation in Cambodia.
Chay est né en 1975, dans le nord-est du Cambodge, ancien territoire des Khmers rouges. Le Cambodge compte 15 millions d'habitants, dont plus de 7 millions n'ont aucun accès à l'eau potable. Ils n'ont pas d'autre choix que de consommer essentiellement l'eau des mares. Après avoir échappé plusieurs fois à la mort, Chay est hébergé par des moines bouddhistes à Battambang puis à Phnom Penh. Il poursuit ses études avec succès en France jusqu'à devenir ingénieur agronome. Malgré la sollicitation de grands groupes internationaux, il fait le choix de revenir dans son pays natal. Il cofonde 1001 fontaines pour demain et dirige l'ONG Tuksat, plateforme locale au Cambodge. Son objectif est de permettre à chaque village de produire sa propre eau de boisson en purifiant l'eau disponible sur place. Ce système très simple utilise une lampe à rayons ultraviolets alimentée par énergie solaire. Son modèle entrepreneurial est différent, innovant, respectueux des villageois et de l'environnement. Son but principal est bien l'amélioration considérable de la vie quotidienne de millions de gens.
Donc nous on aura une dizaine de pays de l'intervention au niveau de l'international et on aura plus de l'impact pour pouvoir aider dans le développement de côté accès à l'eau potable dans les pays en voie de développement.
C'est le destin de Chay, extraordinaire, au service des siens, de ses semblables.
Merci.
Well, thank you. Right, so now I'd like to get to the core of the subject and give you a few figures. So there are a few figures that I'd like to convey, but first of all I'd like to tell you how happy I am to be able to talk and to tell you about what we've done with 100,000 fontaines in Cambodia. There are 4 points I'd like to share with you. First of all, how this association came to life and how we have implemented a sustainable project in Cambodia and where we're standing right now, and also what we'll be doing in the future. First of all, a small parenthesis to give you, as I said, a few figures. Water is a commodity, is a fundamental commodity, but there are still many people who have no access to drinking water. In the world, there are about 900 million people with no access to drinking water, and in Cambodia only there are more than 4 million people with no access to drinking water. 90% of people in Cambodia live in rural areas. Now, 1001 Fontaines is a French NGO, which I created with my two French friends when I came here to study a master's degree between 2003 and 2005, a master's degree in water management. When I arrived in 2003, I met with those two French friends of mine. One of which had not been to Cambodia before, and he asked me how was the life like in the campaigns in Cambodia, because the only picture they have of Cambodia was civil war and genocide. But obviously there is much more to Cambodia than genocide and the Khmer. And then I talked to him about the life I had in Cambodia, and he understood why I came to France to study in water management. But before that, I was also been conducting work of water adduction in Cambodia, and I told him how it is to live in a village with no water. I explained that we have 2 seasons, 6 months of monsoon and 6 months of drought. And during monsoon, people are collecting water and are also drinking the monsoon water. But after a few months, there's no stocks anymore, and people have to go and collect water in the ponds. And some families are more sensitive to the quality of water. When they're sensitive to the quality of water, they boil the water because they know it's going to remove some of the microbia. But others drink directly from the pond because they have no information, they're not educated. And this was my case. I was born 5 months after the beginning of the genocide, of the Khmer Rouge genocide, and before the Civil War. And people have no information, and there are many diseases which happen because of this lack of education. There is no such information that water should be boiled before being drunk, and therefore this leads to a number of diseases. And then my French friend asked me, well, why do you still accept to drink pond water, or do you think there's something we could do? And I told him, well, there are already a few things that I've done in Cambodia, and I came here to France to try and strengthen my knowledge in cleaning of water and how we could together try to have an impact and improve access to water. So that was the underlying idea and the basis on which 101 Fontaines was created by this meeting with those friends when I arrived in 2003. And in the meantime, we've tried to define the type of solution that we can try and implement in order to reach this target. But our mission, really, is to try and improve health of populations in developing countries at large. Try to find a scheme which improves population health, and this comes through an improvement of the quality of water, because, as I said, it's a basic commodity. It is the commodity, it is the resource that we drink on a daily basis. So those are really the funding principles of 1001 Fontaines. Now, in order for us to try and find a solution, and for the solution to be sustainable and be successful, we started by concentrating on drinking water. Drinking water can be used to wash, and there is no impact on health, but drinking water has a direct impact on health. So we try to find the type of solution that we can implement in such a context. We've used a very simple system of a sand filter, then disinfection of water with UV lamp, and the UV lamp was powered by solar panel because we don't have access to electricity in our villages. So this is produced locally, and the price for this solution to be sustainable, obviously the water cannot be free for everybody, because at the end of a project we don't have a financial means to maintain the infrastructure, so it has to be charged for. But we try to maintain a very low price, because the price of this water, again, is produced locally. So the price is 1 cent per liter. The third reason for why this solution will be sustainable is that we train people. We train people in the villages. We help them. We're by their side so that they can be autonomous in the management of a project. So it's a threefold project, which explains why it is successful and sustainable. So quality of water, sound drinking water, low price. We have to sell at a very low price, the lowest price possible for people to be able to purchase water. So 1 cent sounds very little, but people also have very little money. So drinking water represents 6% of the family's expenditures at that pricing. And then again, we train the people for the project to be sustainable. Now, what is the impact of this project? So far, we have 320,000 beneficiaries, 320,000 people who have now clean drinking water. And we've also managed to bring drinking water to children in schools, because they are the most at risk when they drink unhealthy drinking water. And they're the ones who are not able to make the distinction between water which is not proper to drinking. So we bring that water to some 87,000 children at school. We have also created some 300 jobs of micro entrepreneurs, 30% of which are women. We also have another ambition in the coming years. We would like that this structure in Cambodia becomes independent and autonomous from a financial point of view. So we'd like to bring water to some 1 million people. And we want this solution to be duplicated and replicated in other countries, as it is the case in 2008. In 2008, we've launched the project in Madagascar and in India as well. And we are ready to start a partnership and to share our experience with other NGOs, so that this experiment can also be used to help other countries, because, as I said, there are some 900 million people with no access to drinking water in the world. Here is a slide with the organizations and companies which support us. Without them, we could have been in the place we're here now. So we would like to thank them. Now, what can you do? Currently, we've registered in a contest, the Google Impact Challenge. They're going to select 4 contestants among 10, so we count on you for to vote for 1001 fontaines, because thanks to that support from Google, we will have more financial support to our project to reach our objective of bringing drinking water to 1 million people in Cambodia. And I would like to thank you for your attention.